selling, seller asking for deposit. This is a common issue that people run into, but usually people that run into that is. Hey, this is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios on the road. On this episode, we're talking about selling, seller asking for deposit. This is a common issue that people run into, but usually people that run into that simply means you haven't watched enough of my video. What I'm going to advise you is that make sure you watch at least 10 of my videos before you leave this channel at any point in time, because I've talked about this quite a few times. You can Google my name, Earnest Money Deposit, like Ola Earnest Money Deposit. You search for it on YouTube, you see other videos on this topic. But anyway, besides that, let me address it because there's a unique question that came in, a brand new question, and I think we should address it. It's about earnest money deposit. Obviously, not obvious, but real estate wholesaling is the heart and the science of finding deeply discounted properties using mass marketing, locking the property under contract, and then selling that contract or the right to that contract to other people for large fees, starting from $1,000 to $82,000, which is my highest from my personal experience. There are people doing $250,000, $200,000 wholesale fee out there. It's absolutely possible. But we're also here on this channel. We'll teach you passive income attached to that, multiple streams of income attached to that same process, actually making it a lot more easier for you, avoiding dragging for dollars and all that BS, knocking on doors. You don't have to do any of that kind of activity because they suck. They work, but they suck. It's just unnecessary amount of hard work, and it takes unnecessarily amount of time to get any kind of result from that. And that's if you're lucky enough to still be in the business when it's going to work. So the question is, are you going to be working when it decides to work? The chances are slim to almost none. So we'll teach you a strategy that will work 100% of the time, but it's also a lot more fun, easier to do right from behind your computer in your house. Okay, all right, so you have a lot more lifestyle freedom. So we're talking today about seller asking for deposit. You put a house under, you're attempting to put a house under contract, and the seller is asking you for deposit, and now you're stuck because this was supposed to be the idea of no money down, no credit needed, and now somebody's asking you for money. So if you do that enough times, most people that are trying to do wholesale will run out of money, and then you can't really do it any longer. So this question came in. It says, I sent over a contract to a seller yesterday, and they responded that they want $10,000 in earnest deposit money. That's a lot of money, because even conventional deals, all you have to come up with is $1,000. If you go to a realtor down the block and you put a house under contract, all you need is $1,000, right? So now you have a situation of somebody asking you for $10,000. The first thing that comes to mind is, this is not a motivated seller, obviously. Their problem, the solution that you need to solve for them is money, okay? And you don't have money, okay? What they want, primarily, their motivation is money, and you do not have money, at least not to spread around like that, because wholesaling is a numbers game. The more contract you have under contract, the better, okay? Because if you have just one house under contract, it can fall apart, right? Things happen, deals go extent, right? So let's keep going here. So the first step is, what kind of problem do you need to solve for this person? This person needs $10,000. Can you solve that problem now? That means they need earnest money deposit. That means before you can go under contract, you need to solve that problem. All right, but you can't. So you're probably wasting time. All right, so I wouldn't really feel comfortable putting down more than $500. So how should I handle this? I would not put down a dime. If you put out anything, no more than $10, okay? Just to bind the, if somebody is so motivated and they came up with a technical thing with regards to the contract, I say, well, your contract is not binding without consideration. They are right. But then you could say, hey, I put $10 on it just to make that right, so I can help us get rid of this house. get rid of the house needs to be the problem, because that's the problem you can solve, because you have access to buyers and you can solve that problem, right? But if they are really very particular about the technicalities of making a contract binding, then put $10 on it, right? I would never do more than $10. And by the way, after 15 years, I've never done a single dime in earnest money deposit. Okay? I'm saying that before God and man and myself, right? And I'm not swearing. I don't swear. I'm just telling you the truth. I've never had to do that. Okay? Um, so if you are doing $500 and you have to put 20 houses, 10 houses, which is not far-fetched, you have to put 10 houses under contract over the next week. How many $500 could you afford? That's $5,000. Can you afford to keep doing that? Right? You can't. Okay? It's not even worth it. You're wasting time. Okay? Because these are houses you're supposed to be securing the contract and then assigning the contract, selling the rights to the contract to other people. That's the idea of wholesaling, right? Should I mention that I am merely passing the deal on to a buyer? Well, it depends, okay? That question has always been tricky. Should you tell them the whole truth up front? It depends on who you're talking to. Again, it wouldn't really matter if you're talking to a motivated seller. How you're going to make this happen for them would not matter if they are truly a motivated seller, okay? How you're going to make it happen does not matter to them when their main desire is to get rid of a property, okay? If their main desire is, I need to secure myself, I need to collect $10,000 right now, then you got a problem that you can't solve. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to learn when to move on to the next lead. Okay? Now, the next question is, do you have enough leads? Do you have enough deals, potential deals, right? Prospects coming on your table. If you don't, then you got a problem. Then you have a bigger problem than this one person that you already put on a pedestal because of a problem that you just can't solve, okay? So the question is, should I mention that I'm merely passing the deal on to a buyer? Not now, not with this person. This person is asking, if a person is asking you for earnest money deposit of $10,000, and now you're about to tell them that, hey, I'm about to pass it on to somebody. No, they're skeptical already. They already have walls up. They need to do everything by textbook. You need to be a realtor for them, okay? That's why sometimes I don't think it's a bad idea to have a license. It doesn't hurt your business, really. You can have a license and then say, no, let me get you a buyer. Is that the problem? You need $10,000 deposit? Well, your house needs a lot of work. Let me help you list it on the market so you can get a lot more money. Actually, $10,000 is nothing. Your house is worth $250. It needs a lot of work. I can get you $225 if we put it on the market. Then you put it on the market as an agent. Then you're operating as an agent. But if you're going to be operating as a wholesaler, the idea of a wholesaler is you help them get rid of the property fast. But they need to identify as somebody with the problem of a property that they don't want on their books right now. They need to get rid of it right now. They don't care about earnest money deposit. They just want to be able to close in the next 14 to 20 days and be out of the deal, cash. They don't care about your $10,000 or $1,000 or $10 for earnest money deposit. They don't care about what your paper is. They don't care about the structure of your contract. They just need to sign something and they need to feel comfortable that you're going to get it done. If the number looks right, you're going to get it done, right? So, or do I negotiate them down? No, you don't negotiate EMDs. No. If somebody asking for EMD, oh, no, we don't do that. We don't, $10,000? No. I'll put $10 on it to lock it in so I can go get to work so I can help you get rid of the property. That's your attitude. That's how you need to be talking, with authority, okay, in control, not arrogant, not nasty attitude, but say, oh, no, we don't do that. I hear what you're saying, but this is about helping you get rid of the property very fast, quickly, okay? I'll put $10 down right now just so I can make the contract binding, and I'll go get to work so I can make sure that we lock this down and we get it off your hands in 20 days and you can walk away with cash, okay? Thanks in advance. All right, so that's my answer to you, okay? My answer is, if somebody's asking for earnest money deposit, there's a very high chance they're not motivated, but that will be my response to them if I'm already in front of them. If it was an email that came in, I have too much leads, I will probably ignore the email, okay? And you may say, oh, how do you have too much leads? I do, okay? I have to pick my battles, okay? So, but if I'm in front of a person and they say, I'll just say, oh, no, we don't do that. I hear you, but this is not one of those conventional situations. This is a situation where your house needs lots of work and we need to help you get rid of it. Is that what that's what I'm getting from here, right? Now get them to say yes. I say, okay, all right, awesome. So let's get that done. I'll put $10 down right now just to make sure our contract is binding. It's not refundable, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get to work, and then we'll lock everything in and make sure that we're able to close in the next 14 to 20 days. All right, but I gotta do some due diligence on your numbers because the work may need a little bit more than 25, but I just need to make sure. Maybe not, but I need to make sure. That's the tone of your conversation. You're in control, not them, not the other way around. Okay, and a lot of that, there's a lot of nuances there. You gotta shut up, let them talk, but you also gotta be ready when they say things like that. But it's about being in control even when you're quiet. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. If you want more leads, if the thing that resonates with you in all of this is having more leads than you can handle, so you don't have to deal with BS like $10,000 deposits and stuff like that, go grab this book right now. It's called Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. You can grab it for free at smartrealestatewholesaling.com. And after that, if you go there right now, I'll give you my newest book, Real Estate Money Secrets, absolutely for free. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one, and